Okay, we're back, and I don't know if I want to do this. We were talking about Sonic on Tiger's first proper touchscreen gaming system. Enter the GameCom. Released in 1997, the GameCom was aimed at students and young professionals. Rather than just being a gaming system, it offered PDA functionality, such as a phone book, calendar, calculator, the ability to check emails and surf the internet, albeit text only. It seemed like this was going to be the revolution in handheld gaming. However, everyone who bought a GameCom was an idiot. Including me. Actually, to be fair, the advert made it abundantly clear that we were idiots.
Hello? I have a surprise for all the slackers, but nothing better to do than play games and surf the net all day. GameCom! Lay those bloodshot eyes on these babies! It speaks!
Let's rock.
Begs to be touched! Wires you to the internet! And it plays more games than you idiots have brain cells! Any questions? Does it play? Idiot! Next question! How about compatibility? Next question! How much does it cost? Let's get 'em!
GameCom, the ultimate portable gaming system.
When I got my GameCom, it had already been panned in the US for poor screen quality, particularly with the pack-in game Batman and Robin. So much so that despite it being on the back of the box, by the time it came over the pond, many of the Batman and Robin games had been swapped out. I actually got Wheel of Fortune with mine, which, to be fair, looking back at it, wasn't that bad, as I quite liked it. In fact, it was the only GameCom game that actually got a sequel, but that's for another video. Oh, and to be fair, touchscreen solitaire was okay too. But I never understood Lights Out. Having said that, I never really understood the real one anyway. I'm getting off topic, aren't I? The GameCom also had some big names, like Resident Evil 2 and an officially licensed port of Sonic Jam. This seems to have been written out the history books though. In fact, I even went personally to Sonic Team to ask them where I could find a copy, and they'd never even heard of it. I guess that's not that surprising though, really. It was a relatively obscure title from the 90s. But before I get ahead of myself, how bad can it really be? I've never played this version before, so I've got nothing to go off, but the box looks okay. It just looks like Sonic on the Game Boy. After all, it's just a port of Sonic Jam on the Saturn, and it was developed by Sega themselves. Also, this is 1997. It was the 5th generation of consoles, and there was a touchscreen control. It might have only been in black and white, but surely it can't be that bad. Now, Sega might not have known where to find a copy, but I found one anyway. So let's crack the seal on this baby. No, film yet. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's the smell of California in the 90s. It's like Full House and Melrose Place all rolled into one. I could do an unboxing video, but then I'm not unbox therapy, despite the beard. Okay, let's play Sonic Jam on the GameCom. I've lost the original stylus, so I'm going to use this one from a DS. That's probably sacrilege, but oh well.
GameCom active.
Okay, so I can play Sonic 2, Sonic 3, or Sonic and Knuckles. But there's no Sonic 1, which is strange. I'm sure the Saturn version had Sonic 1. Come to think of it, the Saturn version also had Sonic World on it, so this isn't really Sonic Jam at all. It's just using the name to sell the cartridge. But why would marketing people deceive me? Well, anyway, I've used Sonic 2 throughout, so I guess we can have a direct comparison between ports. Okay, here we go. This doesn't look like Sonic 2. Okay, can we just stop for a second? Let's just use the magic of editing for a second to have a side-by-side comparison between the two games. Yeah, that's not the same. It's not based on Sonic 2, the 8-bit version, like on the Game Gear and the Master System. It's based on Sonic 2, the 16-bit version for the Mega Drive. After all, they were completely different games. But why would anyone choose to base it on a game that's harder to emulate on a handheld? It's crazy. Why would you release a GameCom version of the Mega Drive versions after you could play the Mega Drive versions on a handheld anyway with the Nomad? let's just ignore Sonic 1 and 3 for a second. Let's just look at the timeline for Sonic 2. 1991, you had the Mega Drive version. 1992, you had the Master System and Game Gear version. 1993, you had the Tiger LCD version. 1995, you had Sega Nomad. 1997, you had Sonic Jam on the Sega Saturn. And 1998, you had the GameCom. Anyway. Oh my god, it's so slow. Whatever happened to blast processing? You know, okay, you know what? That's it. I can't play anymore. That's the end of part 2. And cut it there.